Easier by Crane Wives is what we're going to be reacting to today. But of course, I'll say this at the beginning of the video all the time, every time. Please do check the link in the description because it's not my content, it's their content as much as possible. I'd rather you go to the original video, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, do whatever you want already, and show the original creation some love because it's not my content, it's theirs. I do not want to take it away from them. And I'm sure they make amazing content on their own channel and shit like that. I'm just here to give my thoughts, see if I like it, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. But yes, link in the description of the channel, the video. Please do check that out. But of course, I will stop somewhere in the middle and give you my thoughts. I have the lyrics to my right and a possible song interpretation, or rather there is a whole page of a song meaning of this song, so this is going to be interesting. But yeah, link in the description for the channel in the video. Please do check that out. Enough of the yapping. Let's just get straight into it, shall we?
If you walk and I was gone from the house that we made our home, would it bend you, break you, overtake your heart like it did my own? And if I were someplace else, and if I were someplace else, and if I were someplace else, would this be easier? The only peace I've ever known is the peace I made with you. I won't move, but I can't stay here. So what the hell am I supposed to do? And if I were someone else, and if I were someone else, and if I were someone else, would this be easier? I try to keep it in my head, the need to leave this empty bed and be nobody instead because it's easier.
So when they say like what's easier in this sense, I'm not quite sure. Like let me read some of the lyrics, and there are only there are annotations for this. I'm not cutting that out because I'm human. If you woke the first verse, if you woke and I was gone from the house that we made our home, would it bend you, break you, and overtake your heart like it did my own? The singer is directing this to their absent lover who did exactly this. Oh, oh, that's quite sad. Oh. Oh, that's actually quite sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if I were someplace else, 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 would this be easier? It's the only last line that got an annotation. The character ponders if they would recover easier if they were anywhere other than the very house they were, or where they and their lover lived and made their home. It's actually quite sad if you think about it like that. Um, so like, oh. The only peace I have ever known is the peace I made with you. The singer's life before their lover was hard, and in the beginning their relationship brought them peace. But now, as their lover leaves, they are left missing them and the peace they brought. The singer cannot separate the safety and comfort their lover brought them from their lover themselves. I won't move, but I can't stay here, so what the hell am I supposed to do? The character won't move because this house is the closest thing to them. They know they should probably move on from their lover and the house that evokes these romantic memories, but they are conflicted. Oh. Well, that's actually quite sad. Because, um, dude, moving on is like weird, eh? Moving on is like very weird. Or it's like, ugh. It's like, it's so difficult, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, sometimes, maybe you should just man up and just do it. But like, you gotta confront your emotions, you know? There's nothing wrong with confronting your emotions and shit like that. Because Bro, trust me, I've had this, or like there was this girl I thought I knew, and I met her again, and I thought it would be the same, and it wasn't. And I'm not trying to say I hate that girl, no, nothing of that sort. It's just it changed, and it was like different, and I was like, huh. And it was like, I kept holding on to that truth, and at one point, my friends were telling me that I should start letting go and stop thinking things of the past and shit like that. And it was like it was annoying to hear from my friends. I won't lie to you, but they were admittedly right. You know, I started like removing, or I don't know if removing is the best option for moving on, but I started to like, think about it less and shit like that. But it's so weird to do because, um, you have like such a big emotional attachment to it. So like, it's it's hard. I hate moments like those. You know what I mean? I hate it because it tugs with your heart. It tugs with your mind. It makes you think. It makes you feel. And I hate it when I feel something other than pleasure. No, I hate it when I feel. It's just human emotions are weird. You know what I mean? They're weird, and you should confront them and shit like that. That's really the only way. Um, Things are meant to be done. I feel like you can't run away from things, really. Sometimes facing them head on is really the only option. Oh, I didn't expect that from those lyrics. I'm not gonna lie. I try to keep it in my head, then need to leave this empty bed and be nobody instead because it's easier. The singer tries to put off the rational option of moving on from their ex-lover and leaving the bed that is their relationship. Instead, they opt to disassociate to numb themselves of the pain of a broken heart. Let's keep listening to the song, shall we?
Please tell me someday I'll at least be able to sleep. Please tell me someday I'll at least be able to sleep. And if I were someplace else, and if I were someone else, and if I were not myself, would this be easier? I'm at a loss for better plans, 'cause this is all that I have. So I'll just close my eyes and try to pretend that it gets easier, that it gets easier, that it gets easier, that it gets easier.
I like the song. I like it. I like it. I don't quite know why, but I just like the song. Maybe it's because of the message and shit like that, but I like the song. I was reading this. Let me tell you the lyric it was associated with. It's I'll learn to lie, I'll learn to grow, I'll learn to grow, I'll learn to hold it for a while and let it go. I'll learn to take and I'll learn to keep. And it says the singer went through 5 stages of grief. Denial, they lied to themselves to pretend that the loss thus changed wasn't happening. Anger, this isn't obvious, but the verse, the only peace I have ever known is the peace I made with you. And I won't move, but I can't stay here, so what the hell am I supposed to do? Suggests that the singer was angry and frustrated with their emotions, but through this, they had to grow from this. Bargaining, throughout the whole song, the singer is creating a lot of what if and if only statements. Depression in the verse, I try to keep it in my head, they need to leave this empty bed. The singer is clearly trying to run away from the emotion and takes time to isolate themselves in the comfort of the bed. Acceptance, they have come to finally accept the full situation. They learn to keep the experience in memory, but they still haven't moved on. I like the song. I like the song. I genuinely do. Maybe it's because I like the meaning of the song. It says right here, Easier is a reflective and somber piece by Crane Waves that reflects on the sanctity of life in relation to the transitory nature of emotion and opportunities. It speaks to a yearning for something that may never be there, describing hardships that keeps the listener searching for a sense of fulfillment. The song is themed around the concept of the never-ending battle between optimism and despair, and is particularly poignant during times of great stress. It speaks to a desire for a place to call home, a safe haven from the ever-changing tides of life. It speaks of a longing to be content in the midst of challenges and to share the joys of life with friends and loved ones. It acknowledges that the path to tranquility is often hard and full of difficulties that make it challenging to remain positive. The song speaks to the quest for peace of mind and lays the groundwork for embracing inner strength and contentment, albeit with the understanding that the journey will not always be easy. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Um, I like the message of the song. I like the lyrics of the song. I like the annotation that the people put in the song as well. I don't know. I not quite sure why, but um, you know, it's it's nice. I don't mind the song as much either. Like it's I'd say it's pretty catchy. Very, very like some parts are like very, very catchy and shit like that. I could see myself listening to this, but I just like the song. Genuinely, that's all there is to say about this one. Like, yeah, I don't know what else you want me to say. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one. It made me think about certain memories and shit like that. Of course, that's bound to happen. You're bound to like think of certain things again, and maybe it might open up some past wounds. But it just goes to show like how much um everybody grows and shit like that, and you reminisce of the past and shouldn't think of what if, but just keep moving. I like the song. I like the song. Made me feel, I won't lie. Made me feel. But yeah, I'll say this at the end of the video all the time, every time. Please do check the link in the description, because it's not my content, it's their content. As much as possible, I'd rather you go to the original video, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, do whatever you want, or the intro, the original creators somewhat, because it's not my content, it's theirs. I do not want to take it away from them. And I'm sure they make amazing content on their own channel and shit like that. I'm just here to give my thoughts, see if I like it, and I enjoyed this one. But yes, link in the description of the channel video. Please, please, please do check that out. I'll stop yapping there, and I hope you love Graham, and as always, everybody. Bye.